Hello, Third Grade Virtual Academy, and welcome to another week of online art. What we're going to be working on for today is something called marker tie-dye. It's going to look something like this. Now, I do have this shirt template on the Google Classroom for you, so you can print out this shirt template. It will look like this, and then we're going to make it marker tie-dye. Now, you don't have to use the shirt template if you don't want to. If you don't have a printer, you can just try to draw a shirt. You can also try to put a paper on the Chromebook screen and trace it very, very carefully and softly. But if you don't have a shirt template, that's fine. You can just tie-dye blank paper. But I'm going to tie-dye on this shirt template right here. And when we're finished tie-dyeing it, it's actually going to look like this. And then we cut it out. So see how this one's a shirt shape, but this one's got tie-dye all over it. So then once it dries, this one's still a little wet. You just cut out the shirt. So it's going to look something like this when we're done tie-dyeing it. The supplies that you need for this project are paper, either blank paper or the shirt template if you have a printer. You will need markers. I use the Mr. Sketch ones. You can use whatever markers you have. You will need a sheet of foil, aluminum foil from your kitchen, and it needs to be around the same size as your paper is. So you need the foil. And you will also need a water spray bottle. One of them that gives a really nice mist like that. See how it wasn't like a straight shot, it was a mist. It needs to be able to be a mister. So make sure you try your water bottle, because some of them you can turn it and change it from a really sharp spray to a fine mist. We need it to be a fine mist. So you need the foil, the water mister, the markers, and the paper. If you want to clean off your foil and use it multiple times, you'll also need a tissue or a paper towel or something. So let's go ahead and get into it and see how to make our marker tie-dye. To begin our marker tie-dye, I'm going to start with a clean piece of foil that's about the same size as my paper. And what I'm going to do is use markers to create a tie-dye pattern on the foil. So I'm going to start and make kind of a rainbow pattern. And if I want to do tie-dye, sometimes they start with like a sharp spot in the middle. Now you can see that the marker is kind of soaking up on the foil. It's not staying very well, but what it's doing is it's kind of puddling up, and it is actually there. You just can't really see it. Now I'm going to go around it kind of like a firework pattern. So some of the colors are going to show up a lot better than others. So you can see that the red looks like it's almost completely gone. Right before I print, I can put some more of that on if I want to. You can see how the colors don't really want to stay on the foil. So I'm going to try to work kind of fast and get as many colors down as I can. You can see the yellow soaks up really quick too. Red on yellow, green. Get some green on there, make it nice and spiky like tie-dye. Going around in circles. All right, so you could, if you wanted to, you could go back in and kind of fill in some of these colors a little more. I think I'm just going to do that red, but again, it's soaking up real quick. Now what I have to do is I'm going to take my paper, take my water bottle, and I'm going to give the paper one good spritz, just one. So here we go. I'm going to hold my paper up, and I'm going to give it one good spritz. So now my paper has water droplets all over it. Put your foil right down there. Take your wet paper, see how it's curling because it's wet. Turn it over, lay it on your marker colors, and press it down. You can pretty much see that coming through. See how those colors are there even though it looked like they were totally gone? And just kind of rub those colors onto the paper. Rub, rub, rub. All right, let's pull it off. And there we go. Even though it looked like that red and that yellow weren't even there, they definitely showed up. So then what I can do is I can let this dry, and then I can cut it out and make it like a shirt. Maybe I could draw somebody on another paper and put this on there like it's their shirt. But I'm going to put that off to the side for now. And then with your foil, all you have to do to make another foil print is take a tissue and just clean off the marker. Be careful when you do this. I just tore my foil. Now this is the 4th or 5th time I've used this one, so you will only be able to get 4 or 5 out of it. But I tore my foil, so just be really careful. But I could still use this part down here. So don't use the tear, but you can still use this part down here. So there you go, ready for the next one.